All right, so today we're doing a deep dive into AI in finance.
Okay.
And no, we're not just talking about robo-advisors. We're talking about like a complete transformation of how the entire industry operates.
Absolutely.
You sent over some really interesting reports for this deep dive, particularly one called AI's role in streamlining financial processes.
Yes.
And I have to say, it's pretty eye-opening stuff.
It really is. We're at a point where AI is no longer this futuristic concept.
Right.
It's already here. It's already changing the game in some significant ways.
Yeah. And for anyone who is interested in, getting ahead of the curve, understanding how AI is being used right now is essential.
For sure.
And that 150% increase in cloud-based financial modeling since 2021, that's huge.
It's unbelievable.
It's like a total tech takeover.
It might be overstating it a little bit, but the growth is undeniable.
Sure.
What's really interesting is how AI is being utilized across such a wide range of financial processes. For example, many people are interacting with AI on like a daily basis without even realizing it.
Really?
Especially in customer service.
Yeah, the chatbots.
Right, but it's becoming so much more sophisticated than that.
Okay.
We're moving beyond just like the basic chatbots towards actual AI-powered financial advice and recommendations.
Interesting.
Imagine getting guidance that's specifically tailored to your financial goals and your risk tolerance.
Now, that is the kind of personalized experience that I can get behind.
Exactly.
That's like having a personal financial advisor available 24/7.
Right.
Except maybe a little less judgmental about my spending habits.
Yeah. Well, AI is also becoming really, really good at detecting fraud.
Oh.
Which is essential, obviously, with the rise of online transactions.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So think of it as this like superpowered detective that's constantly analyzing millions of transactions in real time.
So that's reassuring because, online security is a big concern these days.
Of course.
But how does that actually work? Like, does it have some kind of magical intuition about fraudulent activity?
It's all about recognizing patterns.
Okay.
So AI systems can analyze massive data sets of transactions and identify even the smallest anomalies that might signal fraudulent behavior. Like, let's say, for example, someone makes a purchase in a different country than usual, or the amount is far exceeding their typical spending pattern. AI can pick up on those red flags much faster and more accurately than a human could.
So it's like having an extra set of eyes, or I guess algorithms, constantly monitoring for any suspicious activity.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
It is.
Although a little Big Brother-ish if you think about it too much.
Right.
But let's move on to something a little less Orwellian.
Good.
What about all of the tedious, time-consuming tasks involved in finance? Surely AI can help streamline that as well.
Absolutely. That's where RPA comes in.
RPO.
Robotic process automation.
Okay.
So imagine AI taking over those really repetitive tasks like data entry, invoice processing, regulatory compliance, all that stuff.
Got it.
This frees up human employees to focus on more strategic and complex work.
Okay, now you're speaking my language. I am all for anything that reduces paperwork and streamlines all those mundane processes.
Yeah.
But while we're on the topic of efficiency, let's talk about accuracy.
Okay.
Is AI really that much better than humans when it comes to handling financial data?
In a lot of cases, yes.
Okay.
Machines don't get tired, they don't make typos, and they can process huge amounts of data.
Right.
With incredible speed and accuracy.
Makes sense.
Which is really important, obviously, in finance, where even small errors can have huge consequences.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right.
It's like the old saying, time is money.
Exactly.
Or in this case, accuracy is money.
That's a good one. That reminds me of this one time I actually caught a bank error in my favor.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was thanks to a typo.
Wow.
It wasn't exactly like millions of dollars or anything.
Right.
But hey, free lunch is a free lunch, right?
That's right. You got to take it when you can get it. But seriously, though, all this talk about efficiency and accuracy, it makes me wonder about the bottom line. Are these AI-powered solutions actually leading to, tangible benefits?
Yeah.
For both financial institutions and their customers?
Absolutely. Increased efficiency usually means significant cost savings for those institutions.
Right.
And often those savings can be passed down to consumers.
Okay.
In the form of lower fees, better interest rates, even entirely new financial products and services.
Interesting. So it's not just about making the rich richer.
Right.
It has the potential to kind of democratize access to these financial tools.
Exactly.
And make them more affordable for everybody.
For sure. And it's really fascinating to see how some institutions are strategically implementing AI to actually achieve those goals.
Yeah.
A great example is DBS Bank.
Oh, yeah.
They were actually the very first Asian bank that was studied by Harvard Business School.
Wow.
Specifically for their AI strategy.
I remember reading about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what impressed me about them was how they found that balance between like partnering with tech companies to implement those like pre-built AI solutions, but also investing in building their own in-house AI capabilities as well.
Yeah, they realized that just like cookie-cutter AI solutions wouldn't necessarily work for their specific needs.
Right.
So they decided to combine that external expertise with internal development and create a system that's really tailored to what they're trying to do.
It's a smart approach.
It is something that I think more financial institutions should seriously think about as we kind of move further into this AI revolution.
Speaking of navigating revolutions, the reports also mention some pretty big trends that are shaping the future of finance.
For sure.
And honestly, some of this stuff sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie.
It kind of does, doesn't it? One term you hear a lot these days is embedded finance.
Okay.
Yeah. So imagine this, you're online, you're shopping for like a new pair of shoes or something. And without even leaving the retailer's website, you're presented with all these different financing options that are specifically tailored to your credit score and your purchase history.
Wow.
That's embedded finance.
That sounds incredibly convenient. No more filling out like endless forms or jumping through hoops to try to get financing.
Exactly.
I like it. But embedded finance aside, there are also some big questions about AI's role in some of the more complicated areas of finance, like risk management and regulatory compliance.
Of course.
Can AI really handle something that sophisticated?
That's where generative AI comes in.
Okay.
It's a little different than traditional AI, which mainly analyzes data that already exists. Generative AI can create new data.
Oh, wow.
Simulate all kinds of different scenarios and identify potential risks and opportunities.
Really?
That might not be obvious right away.
So instead of just reacting to market changes or past trends, financial institutions can use generative AI to anticipate future challenges and even opportunities.
It's not just about reacting.
Right.
It's about optimizing.
Yeah.
So generative AI can help these financial institutions design more resilient, adaptable business models.
Yeah.
Ones that can handle the economic uncertainty.
Right.
And evolving regulations that we're seeing these days.
That makes a lot of sense. It really does feel like we're on the verge of like a massive shift.
Yeah.
And how the entire financial system operates.
For sure.
With AI really like right at the center of everything from, you know, those everyday transactions to high-level risk management.
A lot.
It's a lot to process for sure.
Yeah.
But I think that's what's so great about these deep dives.
Yeah.
We get to like cut through all the hype and break these complex concepts down into something that everyone can understand.
Absolutely.
And I think the key takeaway here is that, you know, AI isn't this like distant threat to the finance industry.
Yeah.
It's already here. It's evolving so fast.
For sure.
And it really does have the power to create, you know, a much more efficient, accessible, and personalized system for everyone.
I completely agree. And as this technology just keeps growing, we're going to see even more applications and services popping up.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like we're just scratching the surface.
It's kind of crazy to think about.
It is.
And it leads me to the big question for everyone listening.
Okay.
Knowing all of this, how do you see AI impacting your own finances or even like your career going forward?
Yeah. What are you going to do with this information?
Exactly. It's definitely something to think about.
For sure.
Whether you're using AI-powered tools to manage your own investments,
right?
Or maybe you're exploring new career paths in the world of fintech.
Fintech is huge.
Or even just staying informed about all these crazy trends.
Right.
There are so many opportunities out there.
Absolutely.
To engage with this, you know, AI-driven future of finance.
Definitely.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, this has been awesome, but this deep dive was really just the tip of the iceberg.
It was.
So to everyone listening, keep exploring, keep asking those questions.
For sure.
And who knows, maybe you'll be the one developing that next groundbreaking AI solution.
That's right.
That changes the world of finance.
That would be something.
Until next time, everyone, happy diving.